What's going on? Welcome to Unlocking Your Inner Strength. In these episodes, I share with you insights and inspirations that have come to me on my path in life, and hopefully they can be a welcome hand of guidance as you move along your journey. I teach because I'm passionate about my message. I teach because it helps me to learn more deeply. Thanks for sharing a few minutes of your time with me for this week's episode, and without further ado, here is this week's show. All right, what's up, everybody? It's Kyle back again. Another episode of Unlocking Your Inner Strength. This is episode 274. And got a lot of good stuff to go over. Had quite the road trip and experience down in Nashville. Really cool spot. Definitely want to go back there again. Met a lot of cool people. There's about 22 guys for one of Sugar Shane's best friend's bachelor party, D-Guns. And one of the things that Devin's always telling me that I really did not see, to be honest with you, until this weekend, is that people are interested in what I have to say. And what I mean by that is I'm oblivious to a lot of things. And my mom will tell you the same thing. Ever since I was young, she'd be like, "Kyle, that girl, that girl's flirting with you. That girl, she likes it." But what are you talking about? She don't even pay attention to me. Always stuff like that, right? Just completely oblivious to what other people think about me. I'm just kind of lost in my own world a lot of the times. I joke with Devin a lot of the times, and I'm not making this up. I could be having a conversation with anybody. And let's just use Devin for an example. So I remember she had a surprise party for me a couple weeks ago for my 40th. And we could be talking about the kids or whatever, and then my brain will shift to thinking about things like Bigfoot and aliens and trying to figure out these interesting theories, really weird things. And it just, all the time, stuff like that. So, but I guess it does turn out that people are interested in some of the weird thoughts that I have. So with that, I'm going to make sure that I'm sharing more of the weird stuff that I study and my personal beliefs on everything going on in the world. I'm not going to do that in this episode, but just know that it's coming, and you guys all know where I stand on freedom and all that. But on the tour bus on Friday afternoon, wound up being really cool. I wasn't sure what to make of it when we first started, but it wound up being a really cool experience touring Nashville on that, and having a beer and just kind of partying with the music. I was talking to Shane and his one buddy, and I was noticing all types of things, right? Like a lot of guys, right, are checking out the girls. I'm checking out how dads are leading the pack with their families. I'm looking at their body language, and the two in particular stood out. Watching their body, I've got to watch them for a long time. How they stayed in front of the husband and kids, how their chest was out, and these were strong men. Like you could tell that that's what a dad is supposed to be. But anyway, always observing weird stuff, right? Not the norm. Now, talking with Sugar Shane, this is one of the books I got for my birthday, The Magus of Java. Okay, it's about John Chang, the creator of Mopai, and this guy was able to, you can see a picture on the cover, just getting into the book. But this guy was able to do pyrokinesis. He was able to levitate, telekinesis, transport himself, astral planing, all types of really cool stuff. This is written by a second student. He was able to tap into, what's up, YT? He was able to tap into energies and passed down through ancient Chinese wisdom, and they really go into how it is passed on and how it becomes hidden and then it resurfaces, and just really interesting. But this guy, right, like Shane's looking at me sideways when I'm telling him, this guy can set stuff on fire just by, you can see it in the picture right there, So I'm actually going to watch a documentary on this guy too. Okay, but most people will say right away that that's impossible. Can't be done. Okay. Now, the other book I have upstairs that I was reading today is the Bible. I read the Bible every day. Now, in the Bible, whether you are you have faith or not, most people know of the story of Jesus walking on water. I believe that that is not an allegory. I believe that he actually walked on water. How did he do that? Through faith. Through faith and utter belief in what he was capable of and where he came from. Now, if you believe that, or you don't believe that, that's going to change your reality. So you have to think that if I believe this guy, John Chang, could do what he did, I believe Jesus walked on water, I believe all types of stuff that people just say, oh, that's not real, that's not real. People are asleep with what is possible as a human being and the power that we have within ourselves. But if I believe that this guy could do that, John Chang could set stuff on fire, levitate, mind read, and believe me, the CIA has all types of programs, MK Ultra, all types of stuff about mind reading and all that. This is all documented, but we're hidden. There's a lot of hidden knowledge to keep us feeling weak and not as powerful as we are. Anyhow, I'll keep getting sidetracked. If I believe that this man could set stuff on fire and can manipulate energy and cure, there's an excerpt in the beginning of the book where he was able to cure this guy's eye infection by this electrical current just by holding on to the guy. The guy's eye cured almost instantly, something he'd been struggling with. And I believe that Jesus could walk on water. You don't. Who has more potential in their future reality? It's me. Or I'm not just saying me, but if you believe in that type of stuff, you have a lot more potential. You are going to tap into something much more powerful than the person that just believes it's all about the five senses and that's all there is. And, if you can't see it, it doesn't exist. Believe me, it exists. And I've had many experiences, especially the past 14 months, that have really driven me further down this path and to really explore it and see what is possible. But your beliefs are going to create your reality. Whatever you believe is possible is going to be possible. I want to tell you this too. Copernicus, okay, go back however many thousands of years ago, or hundreds, whatever. People used to think he was crazy because he thought the earth was round. This guy thought the earth was round, and they actually vilified this guy. And, ultimately his beliefs are what led to his demise and his end because he wasn't going along with the mainstream narrative. So people used to laugh at him because he thought the earth was round. Now, they all thought that the world was flat. If you say the world is flat now, people think you're crazy. So there's a shift somewhere in there. And my point is, just because other people don't believe in what you believe, or their faith isn't there yet, or they want to live on a lower level and just think it's about the five senses, this is not, this is just energy. Your body is just energy, right? If you could see the space in between each atom, you could drive a Mack truck through there if you put it to size. This is all vibrational energy. It's slowed down enough so you can see it. And this is how. I brought one of the other cool books I'm reading upstairs, but this is how visualization works. This is how a lot of things really work. Spontaneous healing, all types of stuff. There's a lot of people out there that have superpowers that you are not aware of, and they are kind of aware of, but they don't think it's a big deal. I'm not talking about growing claws out of your hand like Wolverine. I'm talking about being able to use energy, see things in a different way, and have utter faith in what you're doing. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I'm going to go in and train some people here in a couple minutes. That's a short one. Hopefully you like it, but your reality is going to be dictated by what you believe is possible. And lastly, there's this idea of what's called open architecture, which means if you have the thought in your head that something is possible, somewhere in your heart and brain and spirit, you know you can do it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be having the thought. So your open architecture in mine or somebody else's completely different. We're living on the same world, but living in different dimensions. So just some food for thought. I'm going to be sharing a lot more stuff like this with you guys because, again, after this weekend, I realized that a lot of people are interested in weird stuff that I can share with you guys, and I'm excited about it. So you all have a great day. I think the website was down. It should be back up by tomorrow. But you can go to kylenewell.com. I'll be having new Lost Secrets of Fasting mixtape up. That's a free download. I should have it up by the end of the week. You got to get on my email list to get it, though. All right, you all have a great day. Hit the like button, hit the share button, leave a comment. Peace.
You wrote for today's episode. I appreciate you and your time, truly. I'm humbled and honored if you made it to the end of this episode. Don't forget, you can go to kylenewell.com for your free ebook written by yours truly on getting started with fasting, infused with 5 mind map principles never before seen. This is something I have not given out to anybody else that'll help you see the light when it comes to your fasting journey and creating better health, both physically and internally. Remember, it's all about the mind, body, and spirit. Until next week, peace.